Adik nama, live TikTok saya nak tekan lihat apa? Adik yang seorang tenang semua follower. So follow lah kan.
Oh.
Dah live ke? Dah live Facebook ke dah live TikTok ni? Ni pun tak ada lagi lah. Ini YouTube. Tengah nampak saya tengah.
Nampak kat mana tu?
Tu, yang mana tu?
YouTube ke?
YouTube. Ini YouTube. Ini YouTube.
Kita orang dari sini tadi ramai yang masuk semua yang dia nak tunggu susah hati tu. Dia nak tunggu tuan kita. Boleh lah pakai link tu je. Ini iklan kita kan. Paling game lah YouTube. Ini masuk option. Dia ada YouTube.
Oh, seven watching.
Apa UPTM
Ya, YouTube. Ni itu dah tak dah. Ya betul.
Oh, terus keluar.
Satu tu tadi kot. Sekarang ni. Yang ni dia itu tadi kan. Ni tadi nak tunjuk tadi. Ni tunjuk tadi tu.
Berlapis pun Dan.
Macam ni, Cik Iman buka YouTube supaya kita ada duduk soalan kan, kita nampak lah. Kan satu, Cik Iman
tengok kat mana soalan ni?
Nanti kalau dia akan komen kat bawah tu.
Yang semalam kita bagi yang kan telefon. Tak itu
Macam ni ke?
Kalau macam tu macam dah nampak
Komen?
Nampak komen.
Saya tak tahu.
Nanti komen tu akan keluar kat bawah, tapi tak apa. Biar dulu, tak apa. Saya akan buka yang YouTube.
Okey.
Link tu kat mana?
Register name.
Komen dekat YouTube tu kan? Dia tak keluar lagi sebab tak live ke kenapa? Kalau ni kan ada line untuk ada area tu kan, kena buka kat tadi.
ini tak nak bagi tak? Pakai kan? Tak masuk ni kan?
Tu YouTube live. Yang tu yang dekat skrin tu YouTube live ke? Yang tu. Yang Syatira tu YouTube live ya tu. Kan? Tak live?
Dah.
Dia tengah live tapi tak ada muka nama lagi kan?
Tu.
Itu yang tadi lah. Dah boleh start dah? So dekat TikTok ni tak ada live dah ni? Atas sikit ke bawah sikit? Hidung saya dah sebab saya tengah serabut tadi tak nak live. Kita boleh start ke? Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. Dah. Proceed je. Proceed ke?
Boleh Boleh start
Proceed je.
Okay.
Good morning and a very warm welcome to everyone. We are from University Polytechnic Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, Faculty of Business and Accountancy. I am Nawal Syafiq Mokhtar as the moderator for this session. For your information, every year we have an international business lecture and this is our 4th time. It is a part of our university mobility program. Our first session webinar today is Malaysian Corporate Governance. Corporate governance stands as the foundation of integrity and accountability, shaping the strength, trust and sustainability of organizations across our nation. Today, we gather to reflect upon its principal challenges and its importance in our modern business world. A bright new day, the sun will rise, lighting path with golden ties. Governance builds a nation strong, where trust and fairness both belong. Today's session is made even more special with the presence of our distinguished speaker, a figure known for his wisdom and dedication in the field of corporate governance. Before I invite him to share his insight, let me offer one more pantun in his honor. The end of the world is a doomsday, do goods and you should go to heaven. Here is our speaker today, Mr. Nur Iman is the name given. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to introduce Mr. Nur Iman Abdul Malik, a respected lecturer from Faculty of Business and Accountancy, UPTM, who has mastered in corporate governance from University Putra Malaysia, UPM, and currently doing PhD also in corporate governance. Before we start, I would like to everybody to find the link and fill in the link so that you can get the certificate, e-certificate. Okay. Without further ado, why don't we start with the fundamental of corporate governance, or maybe a little bit about the story about it.
Okay, thank you very much, Puan Nawal, for the introduction. We started off corporate governance with what is corporate governance? Corporate governance is a system by which companies are directed and controlled. So the definition here is very broad, whereby yes, company are being controlled. Company in a form of a system, whereby system talks to another system, talks to another system. That is the system theory, whereby you have managers, board of directors, you have executioners, C-level managers, and also in the middle managers. So this system has to work together. So corporate governance are governing the rules and regulation. What should board of director do? What should C-level managers do? And what should the middle managers do? So everyone in the company should be directed appropriately, and making decision correctly. So the purpose of corporate governance is it's to promote transparency, whereby some level of decision maker seldomly shares about their decision making strategy, their concern, and also what's the benefit of the other society as well. So therefore, corporate governance will share, will ask transparency in terms of decision making, and also uh, promotes accountability. So whenever these decision makers make decision, they have to be accountable of what they have made the decision is. Fairness, long-term fairness and long-term value creation. Value creation over here is not only directed towards internal stakeholder, it has to be also external stakeholder as well. The society, people around the company, the user, and also around society, the country as well. Okay, so over here we can see that corporate governance key player is number one is the board of directors, whereby these are the decision makers doing discussion, doing meetings to get appropriate direction, making decision towards what is the company is going to do next. And then we have management, we have shareholders, and also last but not least, the stakeholders. Stakeholder over here is quite important, whereby everyone, everyone in the society should contribute towards the company. Okay, what's the benefit of the corporate governance? Benefit is enhance investor confidence. Okay, this is the uh, key objective, uh, establishing a Malaysian corporate governance rather than the other region. We will compare that after this. Okay, market integrity, strengthen risk management, ethical decision making, support sustainable performance, and also corporate reputation. So these are the benefits of corporate governance. While in Malaysia, integral to capital market maturity, whereby we are still, I can say that we are still young, but we are growing through the maturity of capital market. And also in Malaysia, the protection of minority shareholders. In Malaysia, it's a bit different. Before I go through in-depth corporate governance in Malaysia, let's go to the UK corporate governance. UK corporate governance started off with we have a lot of major collapses, company major collapses with financial scandal around the decade of 1980s until 1990s. So among the biggest example is Bank of Credit and Commerce International, whereby um, a lot of suspicious transaction happens there, and also the Maxwell Communication Corporation, whereby they have misused the misappropriation of pension fund of their employee, so amounting around 530 million pound that time. It's very huge. So therefore, with these cases, around a lot of cases in the decade, therefore the government requested, UK government requested to establish a Cadbury committee. Cadbury committee was to create a report, send the report to the government regarding the financial aspect of corporate governance. Okay, therefore, the key report in the UK corporate governance is Cadbury report. Cadbury report says that the committee final report to introduce the UK corporate governance. Before that, they call this as a Initially, they called this Cadbury Code of Best Practices. Later, they translated into UK Corporate Governance Code. Okay, so in the UK Corporate Governance Code, they focus more into the internal stakeholder, whereby we have board of directors to make the decision makers, and then we have the managers to execute, and also the auditors, the independence of the auditors. Okay, later, after the Cadbury report, we have a lot more of report like Greenberry report, Hempel report, whereby it's integrating internal stakeholder, the main key person conducting corporate governance, and integrated with the external stakeholder as well, the customer, the people, the investor, and so on. Okay, that's the UK. What about the US? US corporate governance, uh, I can say that it is almost the same with the UK because it started off with major collapses, for example, like Enron and other big companies. So these cases uh, ignite the creation of corporate governance in the US, same as the UK. So what is so different in Malaysian corporate governance? Malaysian corporate governance, it is not started off with major collapses of company in Malaysia doing wrong things. No, we don't do that. But actually, our capital market going downturn in the 1997-1998 financial crisis. So that is the purpose of the purpose of creating corporate governance is because we want to ensure confidence of investor. We want to promote foreign direct investment coming to Malaysia because of the financial crisis in 1998. And it started off with high-level finance committee established in 1998 to review corporate governance and purpose reform. Okay, so Security Commission actually was established in 1993. At that time, we don't have much rushing concern over corporate governance. But later, when 1998 comes, financial crisis, then the urges of creating corporate governance is there. So therefore, the unique features in Malaysia corporate governance is, number one, it is not started off because of big scandals. It started off because of the financial crisis in 1998. And then we have over here the market in Malaysia, we have government-linked company, a lot of government-linked company, and also family-owned company. Okay, number two. Number three is Bursa Malaysia. Bursa Malaysia, the Malaysian Stock Exchange, regulate listed company via the listing requirement. So we don't only have one person like Securities Commission, we also have Bursa Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur Stock Exchange, to regulate this corporate governance. And the lastly is we started off with voluntary implementation in corporate governance. Later, we are focusing on the top company with higher financial capital, more than 2 billion, to implement full corporate governance in Malaysia. Okay. The origins of MCCG, we took around 2 years to establish this corporate governance code in Malaysia. So after the introduction, March 2000, following the high-level finance committee recommendation, the objective is to set best practices, standards beyond statutory requirement. Statutory requirement is quite standard in a form of company whereby you have to lodge your annual report every year to the Bursa Malaysia. But now it goes beyond than regulatory statutory. You have a voluntary implementation regarding your reports on ESG, environment, social and governance. And basically, it is not only focusing on profit base, dollar and cent. the impact of the company expand more towards the stakeholders as a whole. Okay, initially voluntary, but linked to mandatory disclosure under Bursa Malaysia. The early focus is, yes, the internal person, the three person, which is board of directors, auditors, and shareholders. Okay, board of directors, decision-making processes, concern, auditors, independence, and then shareholders' rights and reporting matters. That is the early stage of corporate governance. Okay, and later, as we grow up, human grows up. Okay, we started off at 2000, establishing new the 1.0. I can say that 1.0 corporate governance. We also have Malaysian Institute of Corporate Governance established in 1998. Before that, and then after that, in 2002, we started off having a spillover effect, whereby spillover in terms of we have minority shareholder watchdog groups in 2002. So someone has to defend this minority shareholder. Even though the board of directors making decision, they need to hear what the minority shareholder says, what the minority shareholder comments or input. Okay, and then in 2010, the biggest thing here is Whistleblowing Protection Act was established in 2010, and I believe that it's going to be very soon to us to review that in the year 2025. Okay, so after establishing the first 1.0 Malaysian Code of Corporate Governance, we constantly review our code of corporate governance, because at start we only have like 36 principles. Now with the recent review of Malaysian Corporate Governance 2021, we have like 48 principles to go through. Okay, so in the review as well, we implemented care approach, which is comprehend. Company has to understand the corporate governance code, the principle, and apply it within the company and report. And lastly, ESG integration, CARE. So this is for us Malaysian, we see that it's quite a wholesome development of corporate governance as a whole. Okay, so I believe that we already shared what is Malaysian corporate governance, the differences between the UK and the US. Goes to you.
Thank you, Mr. Nariman. So there are story about corporate governance from UK, US, and also especially for Malaysia. And I remember about the case of Enron, where there is a kind of a big fraud case, where it's also affected one of the big five audit firm, which is Arthur Andersen. And also, seems like our country, Malaysia, didn't start our corporate governance from the case, right? We started with the financial crisis, right? Okay, so you see that we have 36 principles, and we review until 48 principles. Maybe we can explain a little bit about the principle of MCCG, Malaysian Corporate Governance.
Okay, thank you very much, Puan Nawal. Regarding Enron, previously we have Big Five.
Yes.
Now currently we only have Big Four. Arthur Andersen was no longer big now. Okay, regarding the key principle of MCCG, we started off with 38 principle. The focus is more into the leadership, the board management, the board effectiveness, and membership of the board. Next is the audit, effectiveness of the audit, risk management, internal control. which has nine practices there. And integrity, the third one is integrity in terms of corporate reporting. Uh, Integrity means that are you reporting what you do, or are you reporting something that you don't do? Okay, and the stakeholder relation as well, whereby the nearest company has to go hear what the stakeholder says, and we have like 8 practices over there. And the new dimension is instead of 3, we have 4 now, which is recently in the new dimension is sustainability, governance, and reporting. We wanted the Malaysia to be as far as the leading countries in terms of ESG and also sustainability, like the UK and US. So in these 48 practices with guidance notes, surely will be a good guidance for the listed company. And we focus more from the principle. We no longer focus more on how to do it. The Malaysian corporate governance focus more into intended outcome. So the result of the implementation of the corporate governance, not how you do it, but what the results come, what the outcome of the implementation, which is practice linked to desired governance result. Okay, so we are focusing more into the result of the implementation in corporate governance. Number 3 is we have this step up practices, whereby we have aspirational target for excellence. So that is where we have CARE, comprehend, apply, report, and ESG as well. So from the start of Malaysian corporate governance, we are very much meticulously telling the companies what to do, how to do. But later, after the full revision of various revision of MCCG, we are focusing more intended outcome. What would the implementation resulting towards internal stakeholder and also external stakeholder? All right. So the principal one is, number 1 is the board leadership effectiveness. Okay, whereby from the start, board composition, male mixed with female. Okay, balance of executive, either dependent or also independent execution, non-executive, and so on. Next is separation of entity, separation of duties, which is previously we can say that usually chairman and the CEO is the same person. But the recent one, recent principle says that it should be separated. Chairman is another person, CEO is another person. Okay, nomination processes, whereby it has to be much more transparent. How do you select board of directors? Not friends of friends, not neighbors of neighbors, not families of families. But you have to be transparent on how you nominate this board of directors. Independent directors tenure. Usually in Malaysia, we have independent directors tenure up to more than 20 years, as long as they can they can survive there. They wanted to become the independent director. But over here, the regulation is limiting the maximum of independent directors tenure will be 12 years. Okay. Next is board evaluation. We understand that board oversee things, directing things, asking middle managers and also C-level managers executing their job. But right now, board of directors as well have the annual assessment on succession of planning. Okay. Next, the focus of board and leadership Effectiveness is board has to lead, not only oversee strategy and also cultivate the process, the progress and improvement. Principle number 2, we have your audit, risk management and internal control. Audit committee has to be independent, not only because of the financial return they got when they stick with the company, but also they have to be independent. In a form of reporting, they have to report true and fair value, okay, and also increases in the audit quality. Number 2, risk management framework. They have to start it off with identification of risk, evaluation and monitoring of risk. Why is this important? Because the shareholder entrusted board of directors and also the company managers to use their financial capital appropriately with the benefit of profit or dividend. So therefore we have to improve the risk management over there. We cannot just gamble with people's money. So eventually we need to make profit for the benefit of shareholder. Number 3, internal control system ensures integrity of financial and operation processes. So with the businesses, they have to make profit. Therefore, with processes and also improvement, you need to have like a very, the best case scenario is less cost and higher profit. Internal audit function, we have, again, internal audit function similar to external audit function as well. You have to be independent. You have to be able to report wrongdoings, or you have to be able to report the true fair and the true value and the true and fair value of the expenses and so on. Okay. Now, the emerging focus on risk management and internal control, which is cyber risk. This is what we are trying to improve everything on the net because of the bubble of Internet of Things. Everything is done online. And we have also ESG risk, digital transformation oversight as well. So the outcome is, for this principle number 2 is promote corporate resilience and stakeholder confidence, because you have audit, risk management and internal control as the principle number 2. Number 3, corporate reporting and stakeholder relation. Corporate reporting focus into disclosure and transparency. You have to be transparent. You have to tell people, how do you make decision? Why is that decision is the best decision now? Not only towards shareholder, but also stakeholder as well. Because the impact will spill over to stakeholder as well. Stakeholder engagement, previously we have like 1 year once due to annual general meeting. The company will call all the shareholders to come by and we speak in two-way communication. That is very normal in shareholder. But right now, it's stakeholder engagement. The company directors, managers, C-level suite has to go approach people, shareholders around them, and meet them, help them if they have any problem as well. Next is number 3, remuneration disclosure. So we understand that benefit or remuneration is quite sensitive, but also you have to be transparent. How much did you get? How much did the management get in terms of salary, allowances from the company appointment? AGM and technology, usually previously, yes, we have direction. You have like 2 weeks notice for AGM 1 month notice of AGM and 2 weeks notice of any recommendation. But right now, all are digital, all in digital mode. Okay, so sustainability reporting is the last concern, whereby integration of ESG indicators and narrative transparency has to become towards the board members and the company responsibility. Now, we started off with 3 principles, and recently we have the fourth one. The fourth one is sustainability, governance, and reporting. Aligned with Malaysian global ESG trends, put Malaysia on par with global leaders, UK, US, and also our neighbor, Singapore. Okay, strengthen the accountability, whereby board of director is explicitly responsible towards ESG, the environment, society, and governance. Okay, so it enhances investor confidence, whereby yes, we see that investor looking forward for dividend and profit, but also investor loves to have spillover effect towards ESG around the company. And lastly, it support the national sustainability agenda, RMP, Malaysian Plan 12, National Energy Transition Roadmap, and also SDG commitment. So these are the 4 principles of corporate governance for the Malaysian corporate governance.
Okay, then as you said earlier, we have 3 components in the company, which is board of director, and then the auditor, and also the stakeholder, and especially shareholders. And the most important things is who is our board of director, right? That's the important thing. And one of the part in the governance is we have to make sure how many males and female director in the board of director. So how many female actually that should have in the board of director?
Okay, the ambition is to have like 30%,
30%.
Or more, which is the best practices lah. But right now we only have like 28%, only two more percent for that stability of female board of director against male board of directors.
Okay, and also you say that cyber risk is one of the challenges, right? So how do you see the challenges of the Malaysia corporate governance in Malaysia governance?
Okay, challenges in Malaysian corporate governance is number one, the over tenure, which is usually is the independent director. Some people are not fit to go into the meeting, but still being appointed as independent directors because they say that they love to work. They say that they still have the impact given to the company, but the challenge is they are overaged and quite old, quite senior. Okay.
Senior citizen.
Senior citizen. Next is a related party transaction. Malaysian, still Malaysian. I believe that other countries are having the same challenges as well, whereby we have friends, we do network, we have communicated from various parties. So the thing is, how do we differentiate between true transaction against the related party transaction? How that the benefit goes to other people, not only among our circle. Number 3 is family-owned and GLC structure. In Malaysia, we have a lot of family-owned company. For example, maybe the Indonesian would recognize Genting. Genting is from the family-owned business. We have Nadi Corp, Nazmi dan Istri Corporation, and we have various company coming from these small families. NASA Corporation. So the challenge is, how do you appoint other people to become independent directors? That's the challenge, because it's a family-based company. And also same goes to GLC, government-linked company. Usually the pensioners from government would be appointed as directors, as leaders in the company. So next is governance culture. Governance culture are still not fully implemented, but we still have rooms for improvement. Okay, lastly is digital governance. Board must strengthen oversight of cyber and data risk, whereby we understand that typically board members are coming from the later age, the earliest generation, baby boomers and as well. But they have to understand, they have to be able to implement cyber security, cyber risk, and data risk as well.
Okay,
Okay.
so in Malaysia, what is the maximum age to become an independent director? So maybe I can be independent director one more day.
Okay, you have the skill. Independent director, we don't have that scope of age between here and there. No, we only have the tenure of the independent director. As long as independent director have the capacity, the knowledge, and the experience of what they wanted to decide in the board meeting.
Meaning that even if you are 80 years old and you still fit, you still can
Uh,
think and have skill to become an independent director, so you can become a director.
Yes, we have directors, we have leaders that are more than 100 years of age this year.
Okay, so how do you foresee Malaysian corporate governance going forward, Mr. Neumann?
Okay, going forward, Malaysian corporate governance. We started off Malaysian corporate governance. It's about compliance. You have to comply and explain. You have to do it. But later, after various revision, Malaysian corporate governance is moving forward towards the objective, the result of being comply to corporate governance. So the focus more into effect of corporate governance, not only towards internal stakeholder, like you have bonuses, you have salaries, you have internal stakeholders, efficiency of businesses, but onto external stakeholder as well. You have CSR, you have AIDS during thunderstorm and so on. So the effect of corporate governance is going forward, the future of MCCG. And also previously we have decision makers which are human, pure human, like a person. But we see that the going forward, not only human are making decision, human are responsible towards the decision, but with the growth of AI, companies are implementing AI into efficient decision making. And also countries like Albania, they appointed an AI as a minister, Diela, the lady figure in the screen, are making decision, making assist in selecting government purchases. So from there, I can see that not only human are making decision, but we have to apply AI, artificial intelligence, towards compliance, towards decision making in corporate governance as well. So the goal here is to build resilient in corporate governance, transparency, increase more transparency, and sustainable corporate ecosystem. Okay, so next is corporate governance is a strategic management. Okay, not only making decision correctly, appropriately that time, but also you make decision in consideration of the future, sustainable decision making. Governance provide strategic oversight and risk alignment. Board committee enhances decision making quality, ethical culture, and religion should be considered as well into your decision making processes, uh, uh, operation processes as well. Strategic agility and governance interlink in digital economy. So that's what my perspective, my personal perspective, going forward of MCCG. Okay.
Okay. May I know, is there any case in Malaysia that have a issue of corporate governance? I mean, the case that already solved. I mean, not the ongoing case. Maybe the previous case. Do you know any case
Um,
in
uh,
Malaysia?
okay, we have the most significant one, which is the current ongoing case of corporate governance of one MDB. But I'm not to comment that. I'm
Because
commenting.
this still ongoing, right?
That one is still ongoing. So this is regarding the previous misreporting, misappropriate reporting conducted by a company, a listed company in Malaysia, whereby overstating revenue just to influence investor to came in into investing more towards the company. But then later with the Securities Commission and also Bursa Malaysia together, they have punished the board of directors regarding this misappropriate reporting. So that person is currently in jail for that. So it is a huge concern whereby you have to tell the truth of whatever ongoing in the company.
As I remember, one of the case quite famous during my degree is a Perwaja.
Oh, Purwaja,
I think
yes.
Perwaja also had the problem about the corporate governance, right?
Yes. Regarding Purwaja still, the issue, I believe that we are giving power, we are giving authority to that one person. Same goes to corporate governance, the current corporate governance, whereby the concern is to separate chairman and CEO. So if you have this one person has the control over decision, has the control over the power, and it will become very haywire decision, and only one-sided decision, benefiting themselves, not only not benefiting internal stakeholder and even more external stakeholder as well.
So that is why in MCCG it is very important to have independent and non-independent director in the board of the director, right?
Yes, that's why we have the mix of the person getting the salary, monthly salary, doing execution, and also will be checked by independent director who get remuneration because of coming into the meeting.
Okay, so so Mr. Neumann, what the conclusion of the MCCG?
Okay, for the key takeaways in this current webinar, current event here. Now, the first is the history of corporate governance in Malaysia. We are very much different from the UK and the US. we started off with the effect of financial crisis, and the main intention is to bring in foreign direct investment. And later, MCCG, considering the Malaysian social contract, we have a lot of race. We have Malaysian, we have Malay, we have Chinese, we have Indian, and we have Bumiputra as well. So we are trying the best to stabilize this social contract so that the effect or the benefit of corporate governance not only felt by only one race. We have multiracial here. Difference between a bit different between the UK, the US, and other countries as well, including Albanians, because the effect is felt by Albanians, only Albanians. And for Malaysian, it's a bit different. We have multicultural there. Okay, not only that, corporate governance in Malaysia is, I can say that we still have room for improvement, whereby we still have to go through a lot of revision, considering the international standard as well, and also our neighbors. How do they cultivate this corporate governance in everyone? So the focus here is to cultivate the culture of businesses, not only big companies, public listed company. The biggest capital, the biggest company, the large company, more than 2 million capital, financial capital, comprehend, apply, and report corporate governance. But we also wanted to have this corporate governance toward SME, micro enterprises, not about reporting, but on how you bring the business, how you cultivate. We have in Islam, we have the word tertib. We have the word, if we wanted to ambil wudu, we have processes. We have to go through the first step first. You cannot go through third step and then go back to first step. You have processes, you have flow, you have everything. So tertibnya. Then also in the recent implementation of education, we have implemented adab on how you do things, how you smile, how you talk. It should be cultivated into Malaysian small medium enterprises and also micro enterprises. This is an appropriate, a good corporate governance, telling the truth, amanah, trust, trustworthiness, and so on. Additionally, MCCG provide a robust, evolving governance framework. Okay, that's why the implementation is seldomly being comfortable being implemented by the big company. But also, yes, the focus is also the spillover to small, medium enterprises and micro enterprises as well. Continuous improvement from the day back when I was started working. I have this concept called Kaizen, whereby you need to have improvement. A tiny bit improvement, it's okay, as long as improve, so that we have a much more leaner operation, much more better profit, and also a much more beneficial spillover towards other stakeholders as well. ESG, environment, social and governance, not only stakeholder is person, as we have to give benefit towards the environment as well. Reducing environment mishap and so on. So Malaysian governance maturity depends on substance over form, because we focus more into the effect of corporate governance, not only how you do processes, how you do things. Okay, and most of it, practitioners must embed ethics, the ethics, the tertib in Islam, the adab, accountability and transparency into all level, because um, we have gaps between employee and employer, but then this implementation has to implement in all level, employers, decision makers, employees, other person as well, not only profit-based company, but also towards the government servant, um, industry practitioner, like other industry practitioner, and also other related or regulation bodies like police, fire engine, firemen, ambulance, doctors, and everyone. So the key takeaway here is MCCG is not only focusing on how you do things. The most recent MCCG focused more on the effect of how you do things, how you make that decision, the spillover, not only on profit-based organization, but also social-based organization. Okay?
Okay. So before we end the session, but I'm so interested to know. Can you explain more a bit the Whistleblower Act? I really want to understand about that.
Okay. With regard to Whistleblower Act, it started off, it was approved by the Parliament 2010 in directly implemented, and the act has been implemented. So for whoever has the information of mishap or misreporting can directly report to the authority, to the higher up. For example, maybe middle managers or C-level suite executive managers doing some problem here. So you may directly report to board of directors. And also, you can also report to the authority as well. We have SPRM, we have police on the reporting line for reporting these cases. So, Whistleblower Protection Act, when you report, you whistle. So there's something wrong here, and then you will have protection with regards to whatever unfavorable impact by your employer, for example, or by any other person that have conducted negligence, whereby you can be protected. You will still have your job with you. Your identity is then be secret, then be hidden, and also you will not be able to have this unfavorable impact towards yourself because of your report, whereby you have you have that independent to report any wrongdoings. You should be reporting. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So I know that Whistleblower Act, Protection Act 2010 is very important, so that your identity should be remaining silence, right? Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. Doriman, for the wonderful sharing. Your talk has given us many useful insight about corporate governance in Malaysia. So to all the viewers, okay, I would like you to share and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. We also have platform like Facebook, TikTok, so just follow us, okay, to know more about. We have 3 other session, okay. Now we will move on the question and answer session. So this is your chance, okay, to ask question or share your thoughts with our speaker. If you have any question, please type there in the chat box. We will try to answer as many questions as we can within the time we have. Okay. Ada TikTok. Okay, so maybe you can ask the question in the TikTok. Wait, let me check the TikTok first. Oh, huh? Ada orang nak tanya kemasukan.
Eh?
Tak ada, tak apa. Kejap, kita tengok ada tak soalan-soalan.
Link kehadiran.
Is there any question that you want to ask about our topic today?
We have question from Kak Ani. Assalamualaikum, nak tanya untuk 2026 ada kemasukan bulan berapa ya? We have 3 semester in 1 year. We have the first one in May, the second one in August, and the third one is in December. So the application for entrance is usually open before that date lah, before the semester. Any other question regarding corporate governance, Malaysian corporate governance? We have exciting cases in corporate governance. Previously, such as Enron, such as not only in the US, we have as well in Asia. We have Japan company regarding healthcare, X-ray kind of camera thing. I forget the name. We also have China Forestry. In Asia, we have like Satyam Group in India. Satyam Group is closely felt in my heart, whereby Satyam Group is a family-owned company, and the board of directors wanted to help the siblings, the sibling company, using financial from the company. So because we are Asian, we are having very close relationship with our family. We stay together with our parents, with our sibling, and even though we are married, we still stay close together. And every year we visited them on Hari Raya, or also Hari Raya Haji, Aidil Adha as well. So corporate governance tries not to conclude the effect of profit, maybe financial benefit towards only on within the social link of families, of your saudara mara as well. But also corporate governance tries to have the spillover effect towards everyone surrounding you, even though it is not within your family. So we see that Malaysian corporate governance is quite a holistic approach. but we still have room. We still have room for improvement.
Okay.
And then we have cases in the company is from UK, but they have branches in Singapore, whereby you have banks, Bearing Banks. The company is Bearing Banks. The banks wanted to open a, a division in Singapore, whereby this one person, again, the same person, having the power, making the decision, and controlling the operation. So, with this one person, he has made an decision of investing into a Japan stock exchange and stock exchange around there, and then the Japanese stock exchange collapses that time. So the loss is felt by the company, but then this one person covers up the loss and reporting to the UK, everything is good. So in this case, I can see that multiple multiple tasks conducted by one person, multiple responsibility. He is the person who do the investment. He is the person to authorize the operation. He is the person who is reporting towards towards the main shareholder in the UK. So with this unseparated duty of appointment, people will people will definitely misuse this power. So it is good to have a separation of duty, separation of responsibility, separation of authority against one person. And another case we have like you have Bumi Putra Commerce, Malaysian Bumi Putra Commerce, opening a division in Hong Kong, if I'm not mistaken, Hong Kong. So the case whereby Bumi Putra Commerce banks giving huge loan to companies in Hong Kong, but then came this one auditor, this one person came to Hong Kong to check. Now, this auditor is a one person who he has the ability to stop the loan, who he has the ability to authorize the loan, who he has the ability to check. So again, this one person should not be having multiple responsibility, multiple authority, and later because of this one person is being killed in Hong Kong. So it's dangerous to have multiple roles, multiple authorities, and multiple power towards your same person, towards the same person. So let's stabilize back. That's what MCCG do. We stabilize back. The authority is different person, the financial power is different person, the worker is different person. But then the benefit shares to all, not only internal stakeholder, external stakeholder as well. Okay.
I think maybe because if one person, every fast decision, fast decision making. That's why they think, oh, one person enough. Okay, I have one question coming from somebody. Okay, if you are selected as a director in one of your family's company, would you accept it, Mr. Naiman?
Oh, okay. This is again. I can say that this is again would show a conflict of interest. But the thing is here, yes, I can accept that with the condition that it has to go through transparent processes and I myself should have the capability, the skills, the knowledge as well to do decision making, and especially in that particular industry. So how do you select these independent directors or even dependent directors? You need to have experience. You need to have knowledge. You need to have the authority to do that. Okay, not only picking up random person to become your board of directors, either independent or non-independent.
Because as I remember, uh, one of the board directors should have must have the background of the accounting as well,
Mm,
right?
yes.
And that is the the condition of the good ataupun the best practice for the board of the director, right?
Yes, the best practices is board of director to have that's the best practices to have understanding of accounting. But board of directors not only that, board of director may be selected because of they understand what the number is talking to them. Let the numbers talks to the board of directors so that board of directors can understand what is liabilities, what is asset, what is capital, and so on. So this understanding usually comes from, yes, the background of accounting, the background or experience in reading all those numbers, statistics maybe, and the capability to even read annual report and find those gaps, understanding the numbers.
Okay. Okay. We know that we have three types business in Malaysia.
Mm.
I mean, we have sole proprietor, we have partnership, and also, of course, the company. And only the company have the board of the director, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what about the sole proprietor company? I mean, the sole proprietor that only have one owner.
Mm.
Do we need how if you want to still implement the corporate governance in the sole proprietor?
Mm.
How we want to implement it? How we want to apply the
Okay.
the corporate governance in the
This is interesting.
form of the business? Yes.
This is interesting case. Okay, corporate governance have this overarching theory of agency theory. Agency theory says that you need to have one owner, one managers, and one auditor, whereby one owner having the capital. So we can foresee this implementation into public listed company. The money is not coming from the boss. The money is from us. We are the shareholder. That's the money. So we are appointing board of directors because we have votes. We have votes rights. So we appoint board of director. Usually the criteria is having a huge amount of shareholding, having huge capital, having good authority. So that is the owner. And then we have managers. Managers is the person who is conducting the business, making decision. Usually we have C-level managers, CEO, CFO, CTO. This is the executor. So the money comes from this person. The person should be doing businesses to further give profit, give benefit back to the owner of the capital owner. Okay. Now another person called auditor. Auditor will check managers over here. Will check managers. Are they doing correct things? And then later will be reporting to the owner of the capital, which is they are doing correct things. This is where the report, annual report, financial report. So how do they use capital? Managers use capital to further flourish or give benefit towards the shareholder. So auditor. Now, these three person in small medium enterprises, micro enterprises, usually it's the same one person. Okay. Now, the case is whereby SME is the owner is also the same person, the executor is also the same person, and the auditor, they don't need to have an auditor, but yes, it's also the same person. So how do you implement corporate governance is through your inner self, the culture, like I said previously, the culture, the ethics, the religion. We know that number one, we own ourselves, but we don't own the whole company, the whole world. We own the money entrusted to us. We don't own the benefit. So we have the owner up there, which is our religion says that up there, Allah is there. That's the owner. So what we do here is executing. We do businesses not only for profit, but the intention is to exercise sunnah, same as our Prophet Muhammad, and also we exercise ibadah. That's the business in Islam. So you have to implement that into your heart. You have to feel it. Okay, it's not yours. It's you are entrusted to use the money. You are entrusted to gain profit and bring benefit to other people's. Same goes to MCCG with ESG, environment, social and governance. You have to distribute, spill over the effect of benefit towards the society as well. Okay, so MCCG not only in a form matter, in processes, in how you do things, but also the intended outcome. The intended outcome should goes into micro or SME. If you have profit, you should pay zakat. You should help other people. You should share your benefit, share profit to other people as well. So cultivating MCCG is going forward. Okay.
Okay, then we can see that one of the best practice is transparency in MCCG, right? So meaning that transparency and then apa amanah, right? So actually that is what as a Muslim we must have. We must have. So a good Muslim will become a good corporate governance. We have a good corporate governance, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any more question that we can answer?
Do you have any further question from the floor?
Or if you have my number, maybe you can ask in the WhatsApp also. Okay. We have another session. I just want to share. We have another session this evening around 2 p.m., 2 o'clock Malaysian hour and 1 p.m. Indonesian hour. For our next session is essential element of valid contract. Okay, so this next session is this evening is more about law. Okay, how you want to make a valid contract between the maybe 2 or 3 parties, right? Okay, I think, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our session. On behalf of the organization, on the sorry. On behalf of the organizer, I would like to express our sincere thanks to Mr. Noiman for sharing his valuable time, knowledge, and insight with us today. Your thought has truly deepened our understanding on Malaysia corporate governance and is important in shaping ethical and responsible organization. To all participants, thank you for your active involvement and for being part of today's webinar. Your presence and enthusiasm made this session truly meaningful. We hope the discussion has inspired you to continue learning, reflecting, and applying good governance, good governance practice in your own field. Okay, before we end, let us remember, okay, good governance is not just a rule to follow, but a value to live by. With that, we officially conclude today's webinar. Thank you once again, and we wish everyone a pleasant day ahead. Stay safe and see you again in our next session this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Sekali habis sejam je dah.
Apa dia?
Kan? Sejam je. Mula-mula saya tak nampak apa awak tulis tu. Awak tulis 10. Saya cek jam. Dah pukul 10.
Yes.
Kalau dalam kelas tu jam lama kan. Mak
Belum.
baru sejam setengah.
Yes, Miss Nurin. Oh, Miss Nurin. Hi, Madam Awan. Yeah, hi.
Siapa?
Atau student ke? Student. Sementara kita end live, kalau nak tanya soalan lain-lain, yang unofficial boleh. Atau UPTM bila nak masuk. Kalau nak tanya tentang course di sini, kalau nak tanya course, kat love sikit, kami dah out of formality.
Jangan lupa follow
Jangan lupa follow
TikTok
TikTok kami di UPTM. UPTM official TikTok Kita bangun je.